Hey everyone, Tariq Brown here, and today we are going to be eating our vegetables. So right now I've been hovering around 1550 to 1650 MR, and the highest I've ever been is 1750 MR. And I've kind of been in a place where I'm not really sure where to go with my gameplay. And so something I haven't done for a while is just sit down and watch some really good Zangiefs play. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hop in to the GOAT, Snake Eyes. See what he's up to. See how he's been playing lately. Let's watch a couple games. Alright, so the first game we got here, Snake Eyes is playing a really good Guile. So we're going to see if we can steal some tech here. What I really like about Snake Eyes is his whiff punish game is insane. So, alright, what I really like is if we go back a couple frames here and just pause, you can see that Snake Eyes is just kind of, he's always buffering. So in this case, we knock down Guile, and now we have the guess. He's forcing the guess here. So in this case, he goes for a drive rush into flying knee. That's going to be on hit, definitely plus. I think drive rush with flying knee is going to be plus on block. So he's going to hit that. Go for a jump. Get knocked down here. And then look at this. So Guile comes in with his pressure. And Snake Eyes is just buffering the SPD. Just in case he has something going on in the block string. He's doing the motion. And if we go back, what I really wanted to see was when he would do the SPD mid block string. Right here. So that's something I want to incorporate more into my game, is just being able to buffer the SPD on defense, which is really hard to do because you're losing options when you're turning that butter. But that's a really good, it's a more passive defensive option that's really good. And you see here he's kind of using it as a whiff punish. But being able to SPD on defense, I feel like that's a very key thing that high-level Geef players are able to do really well. So let's get back into the game. He's always holding down back, kind of going down back to just have that motion ready for the SPD. Jumps in, does the lariat. The lariat gives you the best Oki. So whenever you have a combo ender, being able to end with lariat is usually going to be the way to go. And with Guile, it's funny because even though Guile's a zoner, Zangief does well in this matchup because once he gets in, it's really hard for Guile to do anything because he has to hold down back and doesn't have that many offensive moves. So here, Snake Eyes just played super patient. He's also really good at playing the life lead there. Just in general, seeing Snake Eyes' gameplay, he really focuses on the life lead. Alright, and there he goes, does it again. Just ready for the whiff punish. It's buffering the SPD. Nice safe jump. Yeah, and he's just got him. Some of these I didn't even realize. If I go back a sec here, I didn't even realize that was whiff punishable. Where is that? He hits him here, right there. What was that spacing? Goes in. And block. Yeah, that's good spacing there. So yeah, just looking for whiff punishes with the light SPD is something I should really work on here. Snake Eyes does a great job of doing that. And then yeah, backdashed it, baited out level 3 there. Trying to bring us back to normal speed. And if you just look at Snake Eyes' patience and the whiff punishes, like that's really, I think that's what really makes him stand out as a player. It's just the whiff punishes. We're going to see the next game here. All right, we're back for game 2 in this set. Let's see if this Guile can adapt and how Snake Eyes deals with this. Again, really patient, not trying to force the issue, really trying to bait out. Like, I feel like that's usually his layer 1, is how easily can you bait out the whiff punishes. And if those aren't coming, then you press the issue. That's usually how I see Snake Eyes' gameplay, which is so crisp. Again, he's not forcing the issue. He's not freaking out. They both have the same amount of health, so he's not trying to make any mistakes here. Just slowly push him to the corner and keep good spacing. And then, you know, that heavy punch was a risky one, but it worked out. You know, he could have waited on that. But yeah, using the heavy punch armor to get through his sonic booms. That's usually the best way I've found to get through Guile sonic boom pressure, is that heavy punch with the armor. And see here, he's not finishing his combos, making him think what's gonna happen. The thing with Zangief is if you're SPDing too much, you get predictable. And so I'm wondering, did he even SPD once that round? I can't remember. Heavy punch. He's not really jumping. He's seen that the heavy punch is working, so he's just sticking to that. Again, playing really patient, not jumping, not forcing the issue, and looking for those whiff punishes on block. He jumped out of the corner there. Now he has Guile in the corner. Although Guile in the corner isn't that terrible. Like, Guile in the corner is pretty scary. So yeah, this game is a grind. The Guile matchup, it looks like it's just always going to be a grind. Oh, I didn't realize that hit. So Guile's flying knee, even though it's airborne, does get hit by the level 3. That's good to know. All right, on to the next game. All right, we got a Blanca. Oh, Blancas are tough. They're tough, man. Let's see how Snake Eyes plays. So that jumping heavy kick, I wonder if that's just for Oki or what the purpose of that is. If any of you have any ideas, put it in the comments below. The thing with Blanca is that you really have to eat his strings. I think he has the longest block string stuns in the game. Like, he can do 4 or 5 hits of block string. Whiff punish there. So what I like is that Snake Eyes gives it a second. He always gives it a second. If we go back, let's go back to the previous round. Oh, if we can go back. Well, we'll stay here then. Doesn't look like we can go back. He's really patient. So on defense here, let's see what his option is. So I think he tried to jump. Attack didn't work. Backdash for the grab. Okay. So he kind of like looked at the changing options and felt like the grab was going to come next. But once you're in the corner, you're kind of boned. Like, you really don't ever want to be in the corner, so there's not much you can do other than guess correctly. So he's playing patient. He hasn't thrown out a button. Like, he rarely throws out buttons. But I think it's good, because then the opponent doesn't really know what you're going to do. And there, he's mixed up his lights into his SPD. So if we go back and just kind of go frame by frame, that is going to be, pretty sure that's going to be plus on block. And he does a light string. Trying to see what the frame data on this is. So he got in with the kick. That's really hard to anti-air. And so that health stab is going to be even. Drive rush into light, that's going to be even. So he kind of just did an even exchange and created Oki there. And that's how the SPD hit. So we're going to resume it. And then got the combo. So I want to see what that bread and butter combo is that he usually goes for. So flying knee, that's going to be even. And then he goes for the hell stab. That'll give you a drive rush cancel. Hell stab into crouching medium punch. Into hell stab. Right? Yep, that makes sense. So hell stab, drive rush cancel, crouching medium punch, hell stab. Then he goes crouching medium punch, hell stab into level 2. So he was able to, I'm curious how much bar he had before that. So he had, I think he had 4 bars here. 4 bars, 1 drive rush. So after that hit, okay. So with 3-ish bars, if you get a confirm on the hell stab, you can get 2 drive rush cancels into his level 2. So that's good to know. And then he takes this game. Alright, we got game 2 here. Again, classic Snake Eyes, not pressing any buttons. He's very conservative with the buttons. He'll do a shimmy, and then that's just I think that's a pretty standard SPD Oki loop. Because you know, when you get an SPD, I didn't mean to pause there. You get an SPD. Let's just take this frame by frame. So after an SPD, what is the opponent thinking? The opponent's thinking, okay, I just got grabbed. I should probably be ready to jump because he's willing to SPD me. And here, I think you most of the time want to drive rush and create Oki. And you can drive rush in, and one of 2 things will happen. I guess a few things could happen, but more than likely in my head, I'm thinking he may jump. So what Snake Eyes does here, which I think is pretty good, he does a raw drive rush. So raw drive rush, no buttons. If he jumps, you're safe. If he does a light, then you can block. And if he's stationary, then you can SPD. And you have a second to the side. And there he was just holding down back. And so that's pretty standard. I feel like that's a pretty standard Oki situation. And that's okay. Like you're okay with that. That DP. You got the perfect parry there. Nothing too bad. Grab. So what defensive options is Snake Eyes? He's gonna block. What I like there is that he blocked and immediately jabbed. And then followed up. But he's really just trying to create pressure to get out. Like he's not doing SPD, not doing anything super committal. So that's something that I should probably do more when I'm in the corner. Just look for ways to get out. Not ways to punish, but just press the issue and get out of the corner. And so headbutt was really good there. So what did he do there? So he did headbutt. Headbutt into, which is even. That's even on frames. So this is all light, but it was really hard for Blanca to guess what was happening. So headbutt, light, until I SPD. Okay. So he was just using headbutt for block pressure. That wasn't a block string, but it was just good pressure. And that was a bit of a checkmate. Okay, so that's interesting. So Snake Eyes has been doing this periodically, which I wonder if against Blanca this is an optimal thing to do. Because if you think about it, Blanca has a lot of engaging moves from round start. So Snake Eyes is just saying, I'm just going to do an air drop kick. And if I get hit, at worst, we trade. Which I think is interesting. I think it's interesting. I don't know if I want to start doing that, but I think it's an interesting... I see Snake Eyes do this a lot. Let me know what you guys think about the drop kick. It's interesting. I don't know if I should start doing it, though. I don't know if I see the vision. I don't know if Snake Eyes has got ice in his veins, man. Again, what I really like is he doesn't press the issue. I would be pressing a lot more buttons here, but he's just going back and forth, holding block. And he's seeing what the opponent's doing and reacting to that. He's a master of adapting. Got the jump in there. Got the new buffed Zangief combo. That's that Zangief buff. Oh my god, look at that damage. 5,000 damage. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Okay. Got the jump in. Yeah, I think he was just... I don't know what he was doing there. He was pressing buttons a lot. Alright, we're going to go to the last game we're going to watch here. Alright, we got Snake Eyes against a modern Chun-Li. Let's see how this goes. You know, I'm a modern player myself, so I'm curious what's about to happen here. Okay. So that's interesting. That's pretty standard, I think. I don't think there's anything new here. Drive reversal, I think that's interesting. I feel like that's a good decision there because he's in the corner, right? Even though it's going to burn you out, Snake Eyes is basically saying, I'm going to win. Like, this is going to burn me out, but you're in the corner. Geef does more better in burnout than other characters because of his armor. So he's saying, I'm going to gamble a little bit, but I'm pretty confident I can keep you in the corner. I don't know if I do this all the time, but I've been trying to find ways to incorporate drive reversal more, so this may be something I may do more. Let's see if this works out for him. Got the SPD. So his plan was drive reversal into SPD. That's interesting. All right, got the anti-air. He needed that. Nice. Yeah, that worked out. A little risky, but it's round one. He doesn't have... Chun-Li doesn't have that many resources. I think that's... You can do something like that. Round one. Okay, air chicken wing. Again, love that Snake Eyes doesn't press too many buttons. And he went for that normal throw there. So here, he's drive rushing pretty close. He could get DP'd, especially against a modern player. He's drive rushing pretty close and goes for the grab, the normal throw. Which is, that's interesting. In the corner going for the normal throw. I think it's good. Because I think going for the SPD is too risky. Going for the normal throw, I think it's good. And then he gets jumped, but the anti-air goes through. So Snake Eyes is kind of his first go-to there was the normal throw. I think that's something I should do more too, is just mix in a normal throw. Especially when you have the life lead. I think that's also something. When you have the life lead, a normal throw is going to be pretty safe. You're not putting yourself at too much risk, but you're still doing some offensive pressure. So I like the normal throw there. And oh my gosh, the Zangief buff. Zangief said he's mine. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, that's so much damage. That's so much damage. All right, we're gonna go to the last game here. All right, last game against the modern Chun-Li. Let's see what's gonna happen. I think he tried to drive impact, but didn't come out in time. And now he's kind of walking him down. I think, you know, when you're playing against someone and you can smell the fear, you just know you can walk him down to the corner. They're just gonna let you get to the corner. Oh, that damage. 5,000 damage. That's 50% basically. Oh my goodness. So Snake Eyes is not trying to press the issue. You know, they're pretty even health, so and he has to recover some gauge. And that was pretty standard Oki after an SPD. They're more susceptible to a sweep. So that's pretty standard Oki. Again, no buttons. That entire time he didn't press any buttons. He just walked, which is really great. Because he's at a range, he has him in the corner, and look at that patience. He knows he doesn't need to press any buttons. Because every time you press a button in Street Fighter, you're at risk. You're putting yourself at risk. So he knows he doesn't have to press any buttons. And he doesn't really jump either. He jumped there for the fireball. He's doing the parry, but you just see the walk down. You just see the walk down. I think this Chun-Li is kind of mentally compromised just because she's not doing any offense to stop him from getting walked down. But you can just see the fundamentals on display. Oh my gosh, I just love this combo. All right, those are the games we're gonna watch for today. All right, guys. So if you've enjoyed this breakdown of Snake Eyes, the GOAT, feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Did you see any tech or anything that he did that you want to point out? Let me know in the comments, and let me know what you want to see next. Is this type of content that you guys like? Just trying out new things here as a relatively new Street Fighter YouTuber. Peace and have a great day.